Who that
Yo,
person?
and we back again. You know, we had to pull up again, and I guess it's time to get straight to it.
Get straight into it,
We're
bro.
gonna pick up where we left off. But I want to ask my boy Chap more about the real estate. I heard, we heard him talk about it in a little with a little glimpse of it earlier, but we need to hear more about that, my boy.
Man, man, just to get started, bro. As you know, I started my career working at ExxonMobil, man, and you know, within my first 6 months, it was a mission to me to get the student loan debt paid off. So, man, I can really chase my wealth. So after the first 6 months, man, I got my debt all paid down. And then, man, literally 2 or 3 months into 2018 or 2019, I'm sorry, I bought my first rental property, man. And then from there, man, the momentum just kept going. I'm sitting at about 10 rental homes, man, and I'm closing in on buying my first multifamily apartment unit, man. So, bro, I don't even know where to start, man. My company's valued at just under $1 million right now, and we're a year in, man. So, man, see me in the hood near you.
So what's the process like? Cause I always wanted to get in real estate, but I ain't really know like, you read the books and the people tell you their success stories with
Yeah,
going into real estate, but since you just getting started, I know you can give us more like insight into
insight,
the
right?
actual process of what you have to actually go through to get started.
Yeah, man. So I would say before you do anything, can you hear me well?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Before you get started, man, definitely read up, man. Get educated, man. Learn as much as you can about it. That's what I did. Like I said, those first 6 months when I was paying down my debt, man, I was really diving in, listening to podcasts, reading 2, 3 books a month, man. You know, just trying to separate myself. So when I did get started, I knew exactly what questions to ask, and I knew exactly where to go. So man, really starting off, man, I read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I said, man, I don't want to be the poor dad. So, man, I got in touch with some people I know that are doing real estate in Tulsa, and I just asked questions, and I ended up getting a mentor by the name of Jason Parker, man, and he kind of just handed me the blueprint, bro. So, really, where you want to get started, man, first of all, you want to find you a bank that's going to give you a loan. Um, so that was the first step for me. Once I secured my lines of credit, man, it's all about finding a deal from there. I mean, if you got the cash, it's all about finding the good deals and not making bad moves, man. So I bought all of my homes via wholesale. Um, so the wholesalers went and found the deals for me.
hmm,
I just paid the wholesalers for finding the deals for me, man. And then from there, I refinanced my first 10 properties, giving me a pretty nice lump sum. And that's where I'm at now, man. So I'm sitting about 6 figures in the bank right now, trying to go buy an apartment complex, bro. And then from there, it's takeoff time. You know what I'm saying?
I really,
It's
I
PJ
really do
time.
like. I really fuck with how you went back to your hometown
Had to, bro.
and you building that you putting the stopping that gap, right? Like you're helping those families get affordable housing and stuff like that, and you took it
Exactly.
back to your community.
Exactly,
So
man.
I really respect that. Like I would like to do that shit on my own, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
When I get everything in place, but exactly like you said, I got like I mean everybody they got to educate themselves, right?
Yeah, man.
Read a book on it, read about it, and a lot of the times we got we have like these generic people, right? Where
Right.
they'll give you the rundown and they'll just tell you like, this is what it is and this is how you make the money, but it's not really. It doesn't really help you. That's why you have to do your own research, right?
You had to, man.
Because the book is just going to give you that motivation, right?
Right.
To go and try to chase that, right?
Exactly.
So, is do you have anything else you can recommend as far as like articles or reading about it? Because I know you mentioned Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Man, I mean, where do I even start, man? There's tons of books that you can read about real estate. I would say, obviously, the cliche thing that most real estate investors would tell you is that they read Rich Dad Poor Dad. Man, that's really, to me, that was the blueprint to get this shit started to me. That's what lit a fire under my ass. Like, yo, the time is now. I'm not finna wait and look up and be 40 years old. Like, man, now I should go invest in real estate for some residual income.
Hmm.
I would say, and definitely getting on biggerpockets.com, man. You get on there. That's really it's a free marketplace for real estate investors, man. There's books on there. There's tools to calculate numbers, man. There's tons of just free educational, information on there, man. For anybody that's trying to get started in real estate, I would say that's the first place to go for me. And yeah, man, getting started back in Tulsa was huge to me, bro. Like, I feel like that's why all my moves have been blessed, man. And I feel like this path has been paid for me because my intentions in this was pure. I'm from the north side of Tulsa, so all my houses are on the north side. So I wanted to go back to the north side because I see how my family members were living and people that I knew, and I was like, man, this is not right, So I wanted to go back, buy distressed properties, renovate them. So it's nice living, man. Even though you're in a lower income, doesn't mean you have to live nasty. They're people, just like me and you, bro. And they want a clean house. They want a nice place to come lay their heads, man. So I think that's why I feel like my company and my path has kind of been destined, man. Because what I do and why I do it is really to help people, bro. Where I'm from, and I mean, you can't go wrong when you're trying to help people, bro. The money's always gonna be the money, you know.
Hey man, I'm telling you, bro, you really out here doing it, bro. Like
I'm trying, bro,
I'm telling you, bro, just
because that work
find
shit.
you helping me like find that motivation because
Find it, bro.
like I said, I kind of like struggle with it on the daily, like trying to get up and find that motivation to do what I need to do, right? Chase that dream. But like as of lately, I've been kind of going about it saying like, hey, I know I need to do something per day. So I even made me a to-do list, kind of like, read a book or read a chapter, what I'm
Man,
saying? Get the podcast going. And that's one of the reasons I text you, and say, hey, you want to come on the podcast? Let's talk about, some success stories, some, like stuff in generic. Um, but that's the thing, like I know people like this is going to touch some people, right? Hearing about your success story and where you came from, and how you built that up, and that can instill in them as well that they can do it.
yeah,
So
absolutely, man. Like something I do want to stress, man. It was not easy. Man, I had my fair share of L's, man, but the L's were, I took the L's as lessons and not losses, man. So even though I might have lost money in a bad deal or a bad contractor, or people just not doing what they're supposed to do, man. That's not something that you can control, bro. So I do want to stress to the people that, man, this shit is hard. But like you said, you wake up and you got that motivation and you got that why. The hard doesn't seem that hard. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's just everything in life is hard, right?
yep,
Like every day waking up, I think life and really being an adult is about getting up and making hard decisions because everything costs. Now, are you gonna wake up and make the decision to go work for somebody else, or are you gonna wake up and make that decision to work for yourself? You know what I'm saying? Because me and you was just talking off the air, like, damn, like, man, I'm not working at this job no more, but bro, I don't even need that income no more. You know what I'm saying? It's not more than what I was making at a job, but shit is enough to not have to wake up and go be on somebody else's time. And I think that's what's important. I want to be on my own time all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's what I live by. My own time all the time. You know what
and
I'm saying?
that's just like a general rule of thumb, right? If you're your own boss, you move how you want.
Got to, bro.
A lot of people, when you get jobs and things of that nature, it's not that they don't care, but in a situation with like how we're going through COVID and stuff like that right now, hard times do come.
Yeah.
And don't matter how hard you work for someone, they may have to, let you go. So you have to have some type of backup plan.
Right.
And this is the perfect time to have that motivation. And by all means, even if you don't have the motivation right now, that's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not, everybody doesn't have to learn something during this pandemic,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And I see a lot of that talk going on about you need to learn a new skill during this pandemic. You need to, find ways to make more income.
Absolutely.
Everyone is not the same in that nature, right?
Right.
Like just because I don't want to learn a new skill right now doesn't make me lesser of a person
Right.
than you are.
Right.
You're on your time,
Yeah.
and if you need to take time to actually sit with your thoughts and process what you want to do,
That's huge, bro.
that is fine. You took a big step,
Yeah.
and that's what people don't realize. You take a huge step when you just sit back and think
And
about it.
getting your own thoughts, bro.
Exactly.
That's huge.
Instead of saying, "Oh, well, people are making money in this, so I'm gonna go chase this," or "People are making money in that, I'm gonna go chase that." Sit and think about what you
What you
actually want
wanna
to do,
do. Yeah.
and that's the first step. And
Yeah.
even when COVID is over, if that's all you did during COVID, that is completely fine.
That's a success,
You
bro.
done
That's a
took the
dub.
first step to being successful.
Right.
And that's what a lot of people kind of like, the opinions come about. Like I said, saying you need to learn it. No, you don't.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna learn it on your own time when you feel it's right. But
Yeah.
take that time to process it, sit in your
Bro,
thoughts.
my favorite
Like,
saying is like, I don't need to do nothing but be black and die. You feel me? Like,
hey man, I'm telling you, bro, it's like I see a lot of this stuff, and especially going on with social media. Like I read a lot of tweets, and social media is like all for opinions, right?
yeah, that's all it is, and that's what people got to take it as, bro.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying, like, doesn't matter what you're doing right now. You're in this space for a reason, right?
Straight
And like
up,
I
straight
said,
up.
I'm in my space right now because guess what? Maybe I needed that motivation to jump out and do something else. So that's why I'm doing my podcast. Still doing my music. I got a lot of stuff going on, but that's what I want.
Right.
To be self-made, to market myself. And then when you can market yourself, you become bigger and bigger, and you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
So I want to become huge,
Yeah.
but I also want to become something that when you hear my name, you associate it with, oh, he's always helping someone,
Right.
and that's my biggest goal, and I feel like that's my purpose in life, just to motivate others to do what makes them happy, which
Yeah.
is why I started my best self.
Yeah.
So I love seeing other people happy about what they're doing.
Right.
And that just motivates
key,
me
bro.
as well. And if you're doing it, that means I need to get on my shit and I need to go do it. I need to keep going, keep building. But in
Absolutely.
that same sense, it's not a competition.
It's
We're
not,
building
bro.
each other
We
up.
got to.
And that is the perfect, like, that's just in a perfect world. I want to build everyone up to even be better than me.
Yeah.
And even when I get bigger, I'm not even gonna say even when. I know I'm gonna get bigger. I want the next person that I mentor, I want you to be bigger than me. I want to keep trying to get to someone else's level, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to settle for less.
Right.
And I think that's really important in your path to success.
Absolutely, bro. Like, I want to hit back on something that you said, man. Like, it is huge that you got to sit down in your own thoughts and think about what you want to do. So, I finished school in December of 2017, man, and then I moved to Europe for 6 months. So, I'm 3,000 miles away from everything I've ever known in my life. So, when I got to Europe, man, and I saw that lifestyle, that not everybody was concerned about work. You know what I'm saying? Over here, everybody's super concerned about getting to work, getting the kids to school, getting the kids to practice. Like, there's not an emphasis on life, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So when I got over there, I was like, man, like, these people really over here living, bro. You know? Like, they taking life day by day. That's what it's about. Like, I'm not trying to get up and say, man, I'm doing this for when I'm 50. Nah, bro, I want to do whatever I'm doing for that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to live life in the moment, man. And I've really started to take steps back away from social media. Just really a whole lot of, besides COVID, public outings, bro. Like, I really just need to sit down and figure out what is for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
And that's why I say everybody's different in that situation, right?
yeah,
If you can think the same way you want to think, if you want to achieve something and you want to go out, you can go out, right?
Facts.
That's how you move.
facts,
But
facts.
with me, I'm that kind of low key kind of guy. Like,
Man,
I have to sit and think in my head, like, hey, what do I want to do next?
yeah.
And like I said, I've been that person all the time where I'm like, I care about what other people think of me.
Bro, that's why I had to get out social media, man. Like,
Exactly.
I feel like I was forever trying to impress some people. At the end of the day, don't even care, bro. Because I look at somebody that's balling on the gram or somebody that's doing good. I like the picture, but in our reality, I really don't give a fuck. I'm just liking the picture out of formality because that's the homie or that's somebody I know. But at the end of the day, what they doing ain't gonna make my life worse and ain't gonna make my life better.
Exactly.
So it's like my nigga Smino said, my favorite form of self-care is not caring about what a nigga got going, you know, or what another nigga got on his plate. I'm only worried about Chop, bro, you know?
And that's basically what it should be. Like, people's opinion of you shouldn't make you who you are. You are the person, and God are going to make you the people, the person that you are, that He knows you can be, and what He has planned for you, right? So that's why it's so important. Like I said, that's why we're doing this podcast. You know, whoever's listening, we want to kind of, you know, let you know we go through struggles too. You know, we have our success stories, but we struggle a lot more. And it's more so you can, you know, a lot of people show their success on social media more than their struggles. And I think that's where we go wrong. And like, if I can help somebody, I would tell them how I struggled first. I would tell them, you know, the actual ins and outs of like where I failed, how I failed, and how I came back and corrected it, right? So I think that's the most important than giving that generic answer of like, you know, I had to come from nothing. This is, you know, I got it out the mud type stuff. You know, that's good to hear, but at the same time, it's like the motivation factor should come from like telling a personal story, like just be personable, and you don't have to go all into detail. But what I'm saying is like more so giving that person an insight into you and where were you and how did you get to how where you are today. So I tell people all the time, like, you know, even though, you know, I graduated college, high GPA, landed a big time job, I struggled through that whole, like the entire time saying, hey, school isn't really for me. Even though I'm smart, okay, everybody is smart. In their own world, everybody is smart. Like, you know, we were made to be, you know, to have some type of intelligence, right?
Absolutely, bro.
So that's the thing. Even though I'm intelligent and I can learn, that doesn't mean that that thing was for me. But that's all people see. They you know, they kind of see like they're looking to like, oh, I was smart in high school. I went on to college, graduated from college. But the thing is, was I happy in everything that I just did? And to be honest with you, I wasn't.
Yeah, same here, bro.
I was just chasing whatever they told me was making money. And I was like, at the end of the day, now that I see when I wake up and work, it's like, man, I really want to be chasing something else and not just doing this every day because I'm not happy when I'm doing it. So it's a lot to it, but that's why I say like this is what this is made for, just to motivate and, you know, give those people who may be contemplating that type of thing, you know, trying to say I don't have the motivation to do it, so I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing and just be comfortable in that. But once you figure out like if you can get out of your comfort zone, everything will change. So, but that's time again.
We out.
We're gonna take another break, and let's see where we go next.
On me.